lashes laying on the iPad, okay? So this is if your client is laying down, you have the iPads on their eyes, you're getting ready to map your lashes to do a cat eye, okay? So we're gonna go step by step, grab a pen and paper, take some notes, and then try this mapping as well, and get used to it. So with the cat eye, you always want to look at the inner and outer corners, okay? Not where the lashes start, but the inner and outer corners of where the client's natural inner and outer corner is. You can always start your measurements there, okay? And why you want to measure from the inner and outer corners is because they never move, but sometimes the client can lose lashes on the inner or the outer corners, okay? And so with that, you want to be sure to measure from the inner corners and outer corners. So the inner corners, inner, outer, and that would be this whole distance we're going to map, okay? So let's start here. You can apply different curls, diameters. You can mix the curls however you want to do it, okay? But we are going to break it down into a couple of simple rules. Okay, so with the cat eye, we are going to split it in half, okay? So that should be your first line. Okay, now you do want to use like a Sharpie. Color Sharpies are really great because they show up on the map really well, okay? And if you use black, it'll just blend in with the client's lashes. So grab a color Sharpie, okay? And this isn't a Sharpie, it's just a little marker. One of my children markers, just so that I can show you the mapping on here. But I always use a color Sharpie to draw the map on the iPad. Okay, so some of the rules that apply on the inner corners, you do not want the inner corners to be more than a 10 millimeter. So I'm gonna see, okay, so that's good. 10 millimeter on the inner corners, okay? Right here on the inner corners. Because if you make this inner corner really long, it'll get into the client's way and they'll tend to pick at them. So you always want to keep them sharp. Now, sometimes your clients will come back and all of her inner corners are gone because she has picked at them because they were bothering her, because they were too long. Okay, so always make sure the inner is 10 or under. You can even do 9s, 8s, 7s, 6 in the inner corners. So it depends on how you want to style your lashes. But just try to keep it at 10 and under, okay? So we're gonna split this into two right down the middle, okay? And so now we have half over here and half over there. Now, after you have split that down the middle, you can split this zone down the middle as well. So now you got two. Now, let me just add that while we've spoken of for the inner corners not to have a 10 millimeter, or to have a 10 or less, like a 9876, when your client come in, you want to measure their natural lashes. They have measurement tools on Amazon, or some sites have the tweezers with the measure on there. So you just want to hold it to the client's natural eyelashes and see where the longest lash fall. Okay, and so a rule of thumb is the max that we're going to use, the max length, okay, is, and what that equals, well, that is the natural lashes plus 2, sometimes 3 measurements up. So if the natural lashes of the client is 10, you would go 10 plus 2, 12. That would be the maximum length of lashes I could use on this cat eye. Okay, and we'll come back to this. Okay, so we know the inners want to be 10 millimeters or shorter. The maximum length, you want to do the natural lash plus 2 as your max length. And also, you want to have at least 3-4 lengths in your map. Okay, so we're gonna use 3 or 4 lengths, and you can use more, like 5, 6, 7, 8 different lengths. It just gives it a really great look when you mix all of the lengths in together. So we're gonna go by 4 lengths in our map. Okay, so your palette, your towel that you're working on should have at least 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, how many ever lengths. Just make sure it has at least 3 to 4. Okay, so 3 to 4 lengths. So this is what we're going to include in every map, whether it's a cat eye, an open eye, a doll eye, squirrel eye, whatever. You can go by, make sure you don't have longer than a 10 millimeter on the inners, because you do not want them to turn and bother the client and the client pull them out. You want to do a maximum length of natural lashes plus 2 for the longest length in your set. Now, clients, they may want to go longer than what you recommend, that 2 or 3 lengths longer than a natural lash. As an artist, I would educate the client on why they should not get 20s on their lashes. It's just too heavy. It's in the longer the lash extension, the heavier it is. So a 0.15, 20 millimeter does not weigh the same as a 0.15, 13 millimeter. You see the 2 lengths. The heavier and the longer the lash, well, the longer the lash, the heavier it is. Okay, and so we also want to include 4 lengths in all of our maps. So we're always going to base that off this, okay? So moving on along, we know that we split it in half, the iPad. And then on the right side, we're going to split it in half again, okay? And you can say quarter or 1/4, okay? So now we have that. We know that a cat eye is going to go short to long. So you can go ahead and put your maximum length over here on the outer corner, because we know that the max is going to go over here. Okay? The max length is going to go there. And then we're going to come over. We're going to come over and do -1, okay? And then on this other side here, we're going to split that in half over there too. This zone, this other half over here, we're gonna split that down. And Now you have a quarter over here, quarter over here. So when you come into math, and then we're going to do -1, -1. Okay? And -1 is the length. So we're going to get into that. So starting off, you split it down the middle from the inner and the outer. You went over here, you split it down the middle. You went over here, you split it down the middle. Now we have 4 different zones. We know that a cat eye is going to go from short to long. So we have our max length over here. So let's do this. My client came in, she had, let's say 11 is her natural lash. If we go +2, that is going to be 13. So we know that the max here is 13. Okay, we can go 13, 12, 11, 10. Okay, so now we have 10, 11, 12, 13. It's going from short to long. Okay, 10, 11, 12, 13. That is going from short to long, and that is how you get a cat eye. Okay, so, and the inner corner is 10, okay, or less. It can be less. So if you wanted to add another zone in here and put some 9s, you can do that. You can do that. Now, let's try drawing this again. We're going to do a cat eye again. And also it has 4 lengths. 1, 2, 3, 4 lengths. Okay? So let me try to do this here. I'm going to draw another iPad. Okay? And I can tell you now, I'm not really good at drawing iPads. I just cannot draw them, but I am working on that. I'm going to get better. So, don't mind if my iPad is a little bit crooked. Let's see. Let me see. Okay. Oh, that's a lot better. So, see, I don't think that's that crooked. But, okay. We got our iPad. Let's draw some lashes in here. You can do anagen lashes, catagen, telogen. Anagen is short. Catagen is the medium ones. Telogen is the longer ones. Okay, so these are our natural lashes laying on the iPad. Okay, I didn't do so bad on that iPad that time. Okay, so now what we're gonna do? We are going to go for the inner corners and the outer corners. We're gonna see what the length is right there, and then we're going to split it down the middle. Okay, then on this side we're gonna split it down the middle. Okay, on this side we're gonna split it down the middle, but we're gonna come back to this side. Let's work this side first. So let's say our client comes in and their natural lashes are a little bit longer and stronger. So we measure her lashes. Her longest length is a 15. Ooh, those are good long lashes. Let's go a size down. Let's do 14s. Okay. So we know that her lashes, natural lashes, is a 14. So we're gonna do +2. is the max. We did natural lash is 14 plus 2. The max is 16. So we know with the cat eye, the max is all the way over to the outer corner. Inner corner, outer corner. We know that the max length is on the outer corner. So we're going to put 16 here. Okay. Minus 1. So that'll be 15. Okay, and then we're gonna go over here. We're gonna split this side in half. And we're gonna do minus 1, which is 14s. Now if we did 13s in the middle, in the middle, no, that is way longer than a 10. So you don't wanna put 13s right here. So now you can split this. Minus 1, 13s. Minus 1, 12s. Minus 1, 11. Can you guys see that? Minus 1, 10. So we got that 10. It's pretty small, but you can see it though. We got 16s, 15s, 14s, 13s, 12, 11, 10s. We made it. We made it to 10 on the inner corners. Okay, so you can do, if the client has that long, healthy, strong lashes, you can add 2. I wouldn't add 3 to that. No, I would just add 2. 16s, 15s, 14s, 13s, 12, 11, 10 on the inner corner. Okay, and then we have a lot of lengths. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lengths in there. So that is pretty good. And the more lengths and curls, you make it your own. You're the artist, you play with it. The more lengths and curls you put in a set, the more like seamlessly they'll flow. Like they look really pretty when you play with a lot of lengths and do your mapping. Definitely always map clients. It'll save you time and it'll take out the guesswork of knowing what to put where, how, when. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it broke it down. Practice. Let me know what you think in the comments below, or let me know if you really like doing cat eyes. Do you have a lot of requests for the cat eye? And everyone cannot wear a cat eye, okay? So make sure you look at your client eye shape, take in consideration their facial shape to see if a cat eye will look right on them. Well, like I say, comment down below for any questions. Let me know if this video explained how to draw and how to map a cat eye. Okay, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.